It me, da Doom. Welcome to the hall. So for this hobby vlog, I am actually doing an Iron Hills Captain on Wargo. So I decided to convert up a mounted version for the Spear Captain that I've already done. So I had to get his beard looking as similar as possible, as well as the cloak and cape. So yeah, I pretty much took the one of the goats, decided on some horns. I had to use a bit of green stuff to get his arm facing this way because I want it raised up, similar to the foot pose, just to correlate. This is the jumping goat, so it's the most heroic pose in my opinion. And yeah, so in two separate times I sculpted once the regular cloak as well as the mohawk crest on his helmet, and then a second time in a stage 2 I sculpted the fur on his shoulders. So yeah, I am really looking forward to painting this guy, and I will come back once he is base coated. See you then. For gamers, so I've now base coated the Iron Hills Captain on Goat. So I haven't done the shield yet, and that'll be added later, but it's pretty much the mounted version of this Iron Hills Captain. So yeah, so for the goat I did a mix of cremate white, flayed one flesh, and dawnstone, also for the horns. The eyes of the goat were band black, as well as the shaft. The red was corn red, and the metal, the steel was Cantor blue and lead belcher, and the gold was just Balthasar gold. Here it is. And yeah, so that is how I did. He has a red scabbard, which captains have red, if you read the Weta Workshop books, as opposed to the warriors who have blue scabbards. So yeah, that is... Oh yeah, and the face was Ungor flesh. So yeah, I will now go into washing. Oh yeah, and the hooves were also band black. But yeah, I will go into washing this goat rider now. Gamers, in a shocking twist, I have actually remembered to film after I've washed the Iron Hills Captain. So yeah, so for most of him, for the metal part and the horns and the cape and all of that area, I just used Noon Oil. I have finally gotten another bottle of Noon Oil. For the face, I just used Reikland Flesh Shade, the face of the dwarf, and then Reikland Flesh Shade mixed with Gorthor Brown for the goat's fur. I also then used some Noon Oil mixed with Warpstone Glow, or nope, not Cow Gangrene. Here's Warpstone Glow. And just did that to shade the gold, because the Iron Hills Captains have a greeny gold in the Weta Workshop books, so I am trying to recreate that. So yeah, I've now done this, and I will come back once he is highlighted. See you then, gamers. I have finished all the highlighting on my Iron Hills Captains. This is the guy doing it for once again. And I just need some weathering and putting on his base after this. So yeah, for the metal, I highlighted in Ironbreaker and Cantor Blue, mixed. And for the red, I highlighted up in different areas. Some was just normal corn red, and then Rostalker red and Evil Sun Scarlet, so that was all wet blended on these parts. The rest was just highlighted corn red, except for the cape, which was a wet blend between corn red and Evil Sun Scarlet. And the gold was a highlight up from Gehenna's Gold and to Aurora Armor Gold, or highlight of Gehenna's Gold and Aurora Armor Gold. Then the pale areas were Cremate White, Dawnstone, and Flayed One Flesh. Mixtures getting lighter and lighter until it was just white. And then for the horns, it was just Cremate White and Dawnstone, getting lighter and lighter until white. The eyes on the goat were just a bat in black. The dwarf's eyes was cremate white, Caligar blue, and a bat in black. As I do the eye colors, you can see that. A little bit hard to see, but I do paint the eye colors on the models. And I actually went back and gave the eye colors to this guy as well as gave him the part of the beard armor he had missed. So yeah. And the hooves were highlighted in Skaven Light Dinge. And for the beard, it was simply Fire Dragon Bright, then washed with Reichland Flesh Shade, then dry brushed Fire Dragon Bright, then dry brushed Troll Slayer Orange. And then after that, I just did some cremate white to make him look a bit older, as a grizzled veteran of Azionul Zimbar. And yeah, so also I did the Corn Red to Evil Sun Scarlet and Lost Aqua Red, just highlighting up on his crest. So yeah, that is the guy done, the Mountain Captain done, and I will come back once he has been weathered and put on his base. See you gamers, I have now weathered and put the base on my Iron Hills Captain with Go. So I simply use Black Soot from Forge World, weathering powder on him, as well as a Muddy Wash, particularly on the feet, made of Reichland Flesh Shade and Rhine Oxide. And then the base was made the same way I do my other bases. You can just see my other videos. And yeah, so he is now done. And yeah, so I am really looking forward to getting in some games or battle companies with this guy. Here's his foot version. So yeah, I now have a Captain foot and mounted. So be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Support your Hobbit hobby. And Akmenruki Astu. Thank you.